Right then, gang, hello. Time for another update, and the biggest update of all the updates, really, as we are no longer Great Yarmouth manager. That's right. The board weren't happy. I cocked it up big time. They relieved me of my duties. We had 5 games, and we needed 7 points, and that didn't go particularly well, so we had to leave. If you go back to the last season, we're at the very end of the season now, you can see then it didn't go well. This was the period here. We had to do well in that period there. We lost every game, so they got rid of me, brought in a new manager who had a terrible run at the end of the season. Jude really has let the side down there, and after 7 years and 150 days, I left Great Yarmouth Town. But it didn't take long for me to go elsewhere and join a new team and have quite a fun run in towards the back end of the season. And that team then is Boston United. Lots of the players have left at this point, but we ended the season okay. When I came in, we did all right. I think they were down in sort of 16th place. We got up a little bit higher. We're hoping to get towards the playoffs. That now looks stupid when you consider we finished 14th, way off the pace. And building on next season, we're hoping to do our very, very best. You can see there, financially, it's a pretty strong position right now. So the transfer window, we've basically got the most money in the league. So if we fail to do well there, of course, later on in this video, there'll be a little update of how we're doing sort of mid-season. But yeah, you can see then, balance is looking good. We've got to bring in personnel. We brought a few of the players from Great Yarmouth with us as well. So Dorian Carr has joined us from there, as well as Dimmy is a big one, an extreme favourite at the moment, as is Finley Lovett, of course. He was a record goal scorer for Great Yarmouth, will go down in Great Yarmouth history. And it's quite sad, really, that I'm not going to lie, the save was supposed to be Great Yarmouth all the way to the top. And of course, Boston United, we had Boston boys. I had this made by my father that I'd lost for about a year and then found and still plan on giving it away at some point. Probably someone in the stream. And look, it's been quite the journey so far with Great Yarmouth, and now it's ended. They've been relegated. That's the most sad bit for me now. I don't even get to have a rivalry against them next season. So, yeah, I mean, look, it's the way it goes for them. They're going to have to try and battle their way out of there again. I'm not overly happy with it. We'll say goodbye to some of the players that we fell in love with, frankly. And hopefully, again, some of these boys will join me at Boston as we look to get promoted next season. Not just a playoff position, but promotion next year. And the update will let you know how that's going on. Heavy heart, viewers. Heavy heart. Not happy about it, but it's the way it goes. If you watched it live, you'll know it was agonising. We just couldn't get over the line in those few games, and yeah, the Great Yarmouth part of the adventure is over. But of course, Boston-born, Boston Town. That's where we look ahead now, and with some of the players that got at our disposal, we're happy. Joey Turtle's going to be a massive part of next year. I should say some of these players are named after people that have contributed or supported the stream. So if you're thinking, is there really a player called Dan Bagpipe? No, there isn't. But there is. He's Scottish. He's our right back. He's absolutely sensational. Yeah, he's a hoot, viewers, or a horn, or a blow on a bagpipe. He's one of those, viewers. Don't do. Moving on, viewers. So yeah, hopefully this team will look radically different come next season. I'm hoping to improve it and strengthen it a lot. So let's go forward then to that mid-season update in the Vanarama National North and find out how Boston United. Bloody Boston Town is a different Boston. There is a Boston Town. We are Boston United. Do not get confused. Update, how are we getting on halfway through the season? And of course, we are live right now as well. So if you're wanting to watch this live, these videos go up usually as I hit live at the same time over on Twitch. So come on over and watch. But firstly, be updated. All right then, folks, this is exciting. You join me now then in November the 19th, and Boston United are running away with it. The finances are a major issue, okay? That graph there doesn't make it look so bad. I might be moneyballing. I couldn't be further from moneyballing. I might be spending my way to the title, and that graph there, I'll admit now, isn't great. They had nearly 4 million in the bank almost this time last year. That's when you look at that, that's not good. But I mean, this is what we're focusing on, right? 19 games played, 16 won, 3 draws, 51 points, 37 is the closest challenger right now. That's Worcester. They're way off the pace. And promotion to the Vanarama National looking pretty likely, I would say. You look at the fixtures here, no defeats so far. We're going for an invincible season, viewers. That's the exciting time. And no, this is annoying. I can't not show you this in the video either. I've got to document this for my own sort of self-help, I think. File beat us in the FA Cup first round. If it had gone through would have faced Oldham. That's who they've got in the next round. They scored their goal. No complaints with that. I do have a complaint, though, with a goal that we scored that hasn't counted. All right, so this is the offside decision. I want to show... This is infuriating, viewers. Right, here we are, look. As the ball is put forward by Rambo Rivy, you can see there's my man on the far side, Joey Turtle. That's his name. As Miller, on this side, heads the ball across. We might have to rewind a little bit to get a proper good view of this, but as he heads it in, you can see here, look, headers across there. I think we're stopping it just there. He's so not off. It's unbelievable. If we go forward a bit and then back, you get a better view of it because of the way the angle goes, right? So look, you can see the ball come in here, look, as he leaps like a little salmon. Contact made. He scores the goal. It doesn't count, viewers. Joey Turtle, the ball goes across. We'll speed it up just a touch for this goal moment to happen. As he misses the header, Turtle pops it in. Poor goalkeeping. We don't go through in the FA Cup. Devastation, viewers. Devastation. Look, the team now, I mentioned we'd try and bring some of the boys from Great Yarmouth with us, and there's quite a few. Keith is back on loan after a little spell at Salford. We've got him back in the side. Harmony Cars there. Phil Leader was a part of that side as well as quite a few others, actually. I mentioned Dan Bagpipe before, is in the side. We've got Chowski and Dimmy. And, Finley Lovett is still here. It's a bit of an awful situation with Finley Lovett, is that he's not really good enough to be part of this team now, which is awful. But there he is, look. He's doing well in sort of the non-competitive fixtures. He's got 10 and 6 in there, so he's loving that. But yeah, not really good enough to play. So what we're going for now then, and I make this video, and then as a stream straight after it, or stream as this is happening, we're going for an invincible season. And I think we're definitely capable of it. 51 points, 29 plus goal difference in 19 games. This is on, viewers. The likes of Rambo Rivy and Joey Turtle, we're in the 6th tier, viewers. If we don't do it, it's outrageous. And are we spending our way to glory, viewers? Yes, we are. Okay, because we have to. We have to rise up these leagues as quickly as possible. And at some point, for those that watched, I did a stream save last year with Norwich, called the Norwich Project, where we took Norwich from being... Of course, when you enter the Premier League, you enter a sort of a small side that have to try and regurgitate players in a way that you can keep the money coming in at the same time. Right now, we are spending our way to then do the Boston Project, as it'll become, hopefully. It was going to be the Great Yarmouth Project, but that's obviously gone to pot now, viewers. But we're going to try and do the Boston Project. We really try and focus on bringing in some really good youth players, trying to develop a system through that as well. Financially, the board are a little bit hesitant to improve the facilities, and that might end up being a little bit of an issue for us, as our youth facilities are okay, but not fantastic. So the players coming through aren't always that great. Although there's a couple, actually, I say there's a couple in this side that aren't too bad. Matt Hines is one of the players that's come through Boston's academy. So they've got potential to maybe bring through a few players, and that's what we're going to try and do. So if that sort of thing interests you, that's where this save is going, where we try and do things on a budget. Right now, in Tier 6, and probably in Tier 5 as well, we are going to try and spend our way in a position to do just that, to do things the right way. Right now, we're a disgrace, okay? I'm openly going to admit that. We are a disgrace. If you want to come over and watch, though, of course, twitch.tv/DoctorBenjy. You know it by now. There's a link in the description. Come over. Thank you for watching the update videos. Hopefully, you're keeping up to date with it and you know what's going on. And, of course, there'll be another one of these at the end of the season and then a sort of midway breakthrough as well. We love with care for Inspiration. So next time, thank you so much for the support of the stream if you're coming over from that. And I'll see you soon. We love with care. Goodbye. You lot are ridiculous. It's madness.